Hello, Working Mommy Manual listeners.
Happy end of May.
Happy post-Memorial Day.
Happy belated 50th to myself. Sorry, I've got a frog.
So, for those of you who don't know, it's Kathleen Wilson's first day of being 50 for the entire day.
The full day.
Yesterday was her actual birthday.
And everything was closed.
Okay.
It's always that way for Memorial Day. I mean, everybody's always out of town. I grew up with it, so it was not a disappointment, actually.
Okay, it was a disappointment for me. Yeah, your entire birthday, I am like, what the literal F is happening here?
It started with Dale. Oh, by the way, that's Nicole Corning.
And that's Kat Wilson.
Woo!
We're both this year's. And I haven't eaten anything, and I'm drinking some food because we are celebrating Kathleen.
Woo!
I will be wasting by the end of the hour, folks.
We're going to go get food after this.
Dinner and a show.
Yeah.
Nice here.
Exactly.
Right here.
Right?
So Kathleen was going to tell you,
Yes. We were scheduled for a cruise. We were supposed to leave on Sunday.
this is like your first cruise.
Ever. We've never cruised before.
And she was so excited.
I was like chat GPTing. I did
all of the things. And I this, and I'm going to do this excursion, and we're going to have this experience. Are you here?
Yeah, but we explained in the last podcast, my husband got terribly ill. Like, I saved his life. He had sepsis. He's doctor.
One good thing was,
Yeah.
Dale didn't die. My husband didn't die. I'm like, gosh.
It was sad. And then, so we had to, thank God, always get, this is my life hack. My mom had,
Okay.
you always have to get trip insurance. Just do it. You know, it saves us thousands and thousands of dollars. So, you know, and it was easy. This claim company was easy to work with. I never do surveys. I totally did a survey with them because I was like, you guys were great to work with. I mean, they were kind of a pain because they were like, they want this, then they want that. I gave it to them, and then they wanted a doctor's note signed by the doctor. And you know how hard it is. The doctors were amazing. They're like, no problem, send me the form. I got it done. Got it reimbursed.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good life hack.
It is.
Or mom hack.
Yeah.
Get the trip insurance.
That's exact.
Because it's not just you.
No.
It's your spouse, your significant other,
The family.
the kid, if the dog gets sick.
I mean, it's pennies on the dollar, literally.
So, anyway, that was number one.
Yeah.
That was number one thing that happened. Let's go on. There has been a lot
I know. So then we have
of bad things.
I don't know why.
I feel like your 50th birthday is cursed.
I don't know why. I'm like, all I do is work and go home. I saw actually a meme that said that. All I do is work and go home. It's not like I'm not
I read her really down the side of my
I
It's awful. And she's telling the truth.
Yeah.
That's her. So she had this great trip plan that got canceled. Then she's like, you know what? I'm going to do a staycation.
Yes.
I'm going to do a
He can't
staycation.
travel anywhere. He has to stay local.
So there's this local resort that she's gone to year after year. I'm not going to say the name of the property because we're about to trash it, but she loves it and I love it. It's I had conferences there,
Yeah.
and it's in this amazing location in Scottsdale, and it's actually very pretty.
Yeah.
But it's not like as zhuzhy as a lot of the other Scottsdale resorts, so you can still get a good deal.
Yes. And we was like a 2-story villa. And like the kids can come. I went grocery shopping. I got all the snacks, champagne.
So Kathleen's all I'm doing
ready. I'm
going out to my staycation. We stay in Scottsdale, and then
I know. Why don't we? Can we show up and the whole thing is blocked off? There's fences and it's blocked. Did you drive past it today when you came down?
I couldn't even look at it. I was so mad.
I was like, oh my gosh, is this place open? So then we saw the sign that said go to lobby this way. So we went there and they're like, oh, by the way, the main pool's closed, the restaurant's closed, the bar is closed, the spa is closed. I'm like,
Your life
should've
so
stayed
basically, yeah, like what? So,
what? Why would you not put this on the website?
Unfreaking believable.
Not even like a little thing. So
Right.
we were even when we went to breakfast today,
So she texted me on the plane, and I almost thought I was being punked. Like she was like, we're at. I think you're at like,
oh, it was a Zips.
she's like, we went to Zips to get a zipperita, which is a huge ass margarita. Because she's like, it's Scottsdale Resort, damn it, I said it. But anyway, it's closed, basically. And we're like, you got to be kidding. So anyway, they ended up at Embassy Suites in Scottsdale.
Yeah, we were just like, we had a zipperita.
Which is also in a great location.
Yeah,
and it also isn't as zhuzhy as the other one, but you can still get a good deal there.
It's adorable, actually.
It is,
Right, sweet. You know, it's beautiful pool. I haven't taken advantage of any of the amenities. Oh, they have free happy hour. So we wait for complimentary happy hour last.
Girl, I love me a free breakfast or free happy hour.
We did. It was
If you do both,
we did.
mwah.
And then, so then we're like, last night, we're like, okay, we had a couple drinks and now we're going to go get dinner. So we ordered a Waymo, which was our first time on a Waymo, which was,
I've been in them twice, and I'm into Waymo. I love it because I don't see talk to anyone.
yeah.
I actually feel like they're safe.
Yeah.
Anyway, I am Waymo fan.
It's so interesting. Like we were
So if you don't know what a Waymo is, it's a driverless car. Like it's like Uber, but with no driver.
Yes.
And I also love Uber and Lyft.
Yeah.
So I'm equal opportunity. I love them all. People, no people.
Right. Well, and what's really crazy is like we were parked behind this car and then like the car had moved up a little bit. So then the Waymo moves up a little bit. I was like, it's so interesting. The spatial, like.
Fascinated.
Yeah.
Although Jonathan got caught in one once. Because you have to put in the exact location. Yeah, he's got to the airport and he had a second stop, like at a different terminal.
Okay.
And it was like, nope. And it just sort of glad at the
That is so funny because I had, okay, by the way.
But it wasn't a big deal. He had someone on.
Yeah. Well, the crazy thing is that it's not like Uber where you could just order Uber and each
shot of champagne burps.
I just did too.
So we might have some little petite champagne burps or fig champagne burps.
Yes.
So, okay, so Waymo.
Yeah.
No, but tell what happened at dinner.
Okay, so then we're like.
So, no cruise. You ain't going to the resort you want to go to.
Nope.
And you thought you were going to dinner?
Yeah. Nope. It was close. We were SOL last
3 for 3.
So we literally, and so we got dropped off at the restaurant that's closed, and I was like, what is happening today? So, like, kitty corner from us, there's this Nashville Bell's Kitchen in Old Town, which is a honky tonk, essentially. You know, like Nashville. It has a band.
I was just in Nashville.
Nashville. That's actually accurate. So we went, and I'm like, can I please have a dirty martini? And that was our dinner. Dale's like, are you hungry? I'm like, I'm over everything.
And you are not a dirty martini for dinner.
No.
There are some women that are like,
no,
that's their deal.
I was just over it, and I was like, this is what we're doing now. So,
and this wasn't even as bad, but today, after she had told me that, so I had I'd reached out to Shannon on our staff, and I'm like, because she had said, oh, should we get like a gift card for you for your birthday for dinner?
You guys just,
and I was like, that's great because it has been a complete shit show. So yes. And then I'm on my way driving over here, and I was like, Shannon, what's the deal with the gift card? She's like, I sent you a screenshot. I've been in meetings all day.
Yeah.
She's like, I sent you a screenshot. I got this weird message that it was like pending approval. And I'm like, you're calling the restaurant. You are telling them they are either putting that gift card through or you are canceling the whole thing and I'm taking them out to dinner. Like, this is ridiculous.
I just don't know what it is.
Anyways, there's a gift card. So let's go out to Bailey's and let's have the dinner tonight. And it's on me, but then the other one tomorrow.
Weird.
It's almost so good.
I'm excited.
Oh, it's so good. You're going to love it.
So
these are my favorite 10 days of the year, Kathleen.
we're the same age.
We are the same age for the next 10 days.
Cheers.
We're both 50. We're cheersing. Yeah. We're hitting microphones. Our producer is like, what? You ladies are a mess already.
Yeah.
The Voobie move is moving. Yes. So I'll be 51 on June 6th, but for the next 10 days, I am soaking it in.
Yes.
Soaking in.
It's just crazy how fast time and life goes. You're like, am I really? Because I don't feel like I'm 50. My buddy so one of my very best friends from high school, his birthday's today. So he's 50 today. So he sent me a message. He's like, do you feel 50? And I'm like, no. And he was like, neither do I. And I'm like, all right.
See, but I think we are asking the wrong question. It's not about whether or not you feel 50. It's, do you feel like 50 feels the way you thought it was going to?
Mm-hmm.
Because this is what 50 feels like.
Right.
Because we're 50 and this is how we feel.
Right.
And it's like, I remember, I was laughing with some of my friends that I used to bartend with in my 20s because we all got together for another girlfriend of mine who just turned 50 a couple weeks ago in LA. And we were laughing how there was like the young staff members and then the older staff members. And we're like, the older staff members are probably like 28 years old. And we're like, they're so old. Oh my God. No, and our producer just turned 28, so we shouldn't say 28 is old. Your whole life is ahead of you, truly.
Yes.
20-year-old Nicole and her judgy life notwithstanding.
It's just interesting to see where you are then and where you are now.
Can we tell an amazing story about young Kathleen as we reminisce about you being 50. I know, because you don't want to tell it.
No.
And as a Red Sox fan, I don't want it told because it makes someone on the New York Yankees actually look good.
Well,
let's talk about it. You've got to tell the story, because we've been meaning to tell this for years, and I'm like, we're gonna do it, and it just never comes up.
I know.
But we are celebrating you. Can we tell your like brush with fame story?
I would have been divorced, probably,
Yeah, for sure. But later on, we're posting a picture of you in your 20s and someone else from this person's life. And
I literally was 19 years old. I was like Brooklyn's age.
So was this woman that he just like had a little with. And I was like, oh, damn, that girl looks just like you do. But now he's got a type.
Yeah.
Even though he's had other types.
Right.
Amazing types. But okay.
This is so embarrassing.
No.
So when I was 19 years old, I worked at Glamour Shots. We talked about the whole Glamour Shots, the podcast thing, and I learned everything. And I remember working in Glamour Shots, and I turned around, and there was this handsome man that walked by. I was like, he's handsome. Anyway, hi, sir. Yes, I'm in the back, and my birthday, whatever. And he came in. I didn't see that he saw me or anything. I had no idea. So he comes in, and he is like, hey, so my agent needs me to take headshots. So I was like, well, this is kind of, I guess we could do headshots over with both. We're going to do it. But by the way,
with a glitter cowgirl
well, Glamour Shots was yes, you can. So I was like, yes, you can take headshots. Not a problem. So anyway, she's like, I will make a deal with you. If you come to my baseball game, and mind you, this athlete played for the minor leagues at the time. He was 19 years old, and he invited me to his birthday party at the Tacoma Dome, which is where we graduated, is where concerts are held. Who has a birthday there? Anyway.
He does.
So I'm like, of course. So I went with him, and this is back in the day, you had a pager.
I love this. Everything about the story.
Yeah, he'd call me, and then my brother's like, do you know, and I wouldn't be home, so he's like, I'll tell her you called, I'll help her page you when you get home. He's like, do you know who this is? And I'm like, I have no idea who this is. And
so you go to the game.
Yes.
Because your friend is like, we're going to go.
Yes. She's like, you have to go. And then, of course, like we're at the baseball game, and he's done, and all the athletes come out, and he's sitting there, and there's all these girls fangirling over him. Or fanboy. Is it
no, fangirling. Okay. Because they're girls.
I don't know.
I'm trying to be. They're being some high. I know, and it's also slut shaming. But this was a story from the 90s. I feel like it's a throwback. Let me slut shame.
Oh my God, it was like 1996, I think.
I'm sure the women were lovely, and I hope they're all in.
No, it was 1990.
Amazing lives.
Yeah, and so,
I do.
And so we're sitting there. My girlfriend's like, oh, there he is. And I'm not calling him. Like,
because all of these girls are.
Yeah. I like, I'll page him later.
Kathleen still is like, I've got no idea who this is.
I know. And so then my girlfriend's like, no, there he is. So she yells his name. His name's Alex Rodriguez. He was with us. Yeah. And so he's like, there you are. And so he pulled me through the crowd, and all these girls are like, she's so ugly. I'm not damn. All right.
Now I am going to call them, hey, I hope you're all having terrible lives, actually. Take it back. And I'm slut shaming.
It was so funny.
To the hilt.
So anyway, we went to dinner, and we went to dinner, and then we would like call and try to make plans. And anyway, I got back with my ex-boyfriend.
That's the best part of the story.
I know.
And Alex Rodriguez is like,
all right,
girl, do you know who I am?
No idea.
Okay, but there's an epilogue to the story. This is the part I actually really like. As a Red Sox fan, it's hard for me to say. Like, I appreciate Alex Rodriguez because tell this part of the story.
When I paged them after they won the World Series.
Yeah, they won the World Series.
Yeah, they won the World Series.
She's like, I shouldn't have got back together with my dead boyfriend.
They were definitely done by then. So I paged them, and I'm like, I gotta congratulate them. So then, it's so cute. Joey Cora, I think he was like the shortstop. He called, he answered the page, and you can tell because his asset, And I'm like, oh yeah. He's like, oh, did you page me? And I'm like, guys, I'm looking for Alex. And he's like, oh, he's here. Hold on. So I'm like, hey, I just want to say congratulations for winning the World Series.
But he called you back, and he got on the phone.
Yeah.
And was like,
he was great. He was so nice. He was such a nice man.
Okay. And he didn't have to be. And when you're young,
yes.
When you're young and you have that fame, you win the World Series.
Yes.
Like,
exactly.
That's a recipe for douchiness.
Right.
And he wasn't going to do
that all.
No, wasn't a fucker.
No, he was not a fucker.
So anyway, no, I can't cheers to Alex Rodriguez. I'm sorry, lifelong Red Sox fan. But I love that story. Okay, then fast forward, like obviously he married J-Lo, who was like one of the most amazing women to like bless this planet.
I don't know. I don't think they got married. I think they were engaged.
Oh, maybe they were just engaged.
Yeah.
But anyway, like,
yeah. Oh, well, it's really funny. And I love my husband dearly. Listen, I love him so. He's such an amazing man. But every once in a while, I'll say, "Oh man, I could be in the Caribbean right now, laying out on this boat," because like J-Lo would be out. He starts laughing. He's like,
so. And this is all, we are posting the picture of you from like age 19 with the girl he cheated. Like, and I'm also like, who cheats on J-Lo?
Right.
But he cheated on J-Lo with some girl, and it's documented. Like, again, I'm not slut shaming and like, I'm not judging. Like, it just is what it is. Like, but evidently there was some like hanky-panky going on with some girl from Southern Charm. And when I saw her picture, I was like, holy.
like, has the type.
Oh my God. Yeah, it looks exactly like Kathleen from 19, which I feel like really
With my firm hair.
with your, it was a body wave. It wasn't even a perm. It was a body wave because that was the cooler version of a perm. Anyway, like she looks exactly like this girl that he cheated on J-Lo with.
So funny.
So anyway, and J-Lo, you can do better.
Yes.
Even though he's not a fucker, like they can do better.
Well, no, that might make him a fucker. Yeah, true.
Anyway, but better know if they didn't get married, like better know before.
Yep. Exactly.
Okay, so I feel like we've celebrated here
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yes, we have. It was amazing. I've had a great week. It's been so much fun. So
And now you all know her amazing Brush with Fame, Alex Rodriguez story. So let's get into this because we decided to have this topic this week because I think it was last week we were basically saying like how terrible children are.
well, geez, our teen hole.
Our teen hole is the teen hole episode.
Well, now like the kids are turning 20, so they're not teens anymore. They're like 2-year-old adults.
They're barely getting out of it. And Jack is like holding on to teen hold'em as long as he can. He's turning on June 27th and literally. Anyway, I got home for a trip last night. I got home from Nashville. For Noah.
Yeah, Nashville.
And I'm like, the house is in total disorder. I have an antique like decanter with 2 little like shot glasses that are like these. And anyway, and they're in my bedroom and on his like little side table thing. And Sam had broken one of them when his friends came over. And I'm like, oh, from my dead grandmother that I can never replace.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, my parents, my mother, but this is my mother's fault. So that's in my bedroom. I made a new rule in our house. When I'm gone, no one comes into the bedroom.
Yeah.
Door's closed.
Right.
Don't open it.
Yeah.
I don't care if shit's on fire.
Yeah.
Don't open it.
Right.
So this is Jack. It's Sam getting me back because when I was a teenager, my mom put a chest in my room and there was a bottle of Crown Royal.
Oh gosh.
Who puts a bottle of Crown Royal in their 16-year-old daughter's bedroom?
You didn't know? I mean, did you know it was there?
I didn't until I did, and then I drank it with my friends because I thought they didn't know.
I drink Crown Royal.
Okay, well, her father gave it to her on her wedding day. Her dead father gave it to her on her wedding day. But, bitch, don't put that in your 16-year-old daughter's bedroom. That is operator error.
Your mom drank Crown Royal?
And I said about mom. You're not a bitch. I love my mom. We love mom. We love Susan so much. And if she heard me call her bitch, she would be like, no, you're the bitch, Nikki. And let me join the bus side. No, Nikki, you're the bitch.
Exactly.
Thank you. Anyway, so anyway, it's like fair is fair. Sam's just gonna be back. It's all payback. The cat, the glass, the broken glass. Anyway, so. But that's not what this episode is about. It's not about how I our children.
Or what happened when? So how did she find out that you drank the Crown?
I don't know. At some point, I think she realized, like, oh man, there's stuff in that chest that probably shouldn't be in Nikki's bedroom. And then she looked for it, and I think I put the empty one back in, like a douche, like a douche. And my mom
Like a teen hole?
like a teen hole. So anyway, this is not about teen holes. So what we want to talk about, because our children are older, and I think one of the benefits of doing a podcast about being a working mom when your kids are older is that, first of all, your job is never done. I'm super sorry. Whoever is listening, like, they just get older, but they still need you. And you're never out of the loop. Like, you just aren't.
Yeah.
So what we want to talk about is the thing, like, but the beautiful thing about doing it when the kids are older is that we can look back and see perspective wise, like, what are the things maybe woulda, shoulda, coulda.
Right.
And so this isn't necessarily woulda, shoulda, coulda, but these are things that, like, now that our kids are older, what we wished we had maybe, like what made it along the way really awesome.
Yeah, the good things
about parenting.
It's not all terrible. And it's so cute. It's like when you go back and you're, for instance, Facebook brings up those memories when like 10 years ago and, they're like littles and you're like, oh my God, I miss them being this little. It was so much fun. I always say to them, that's when you used to love me. And they go, I still love you. I'm like, can you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So speaking of that, I'm going to start off with that because that's a good segue. So one of the things I had written on my list is that I say I love you to my children, like to obnoxious degree. Oh. And I say it every time I leave them. Every time I leave them or I hang up the phone because life is precious.
Yes.
And you just don't know. You just don't know.
No, it's true.
And the thing that I love is that when kids say it back to me.
I know.
And they'll be in with like other kids or in a car and you can hear all, and they're like, love you too, Mom.
Yes. Our kids are the same thing. So Richie says the other day, he just said the other day, he was like, do you think that we say it too much? Do you think it's like overused? I'm like, absolutely not. And so the kids even said the other day here, because they say the same thing also. Like,
sorry, you're hearing burps and you're hearing those like champagne.
Or champagne. The bubbles.
Is this not?
Actually, segue on champagne. Yeah. So we went to my friend's house, Kelly Newman. I love her so much. She's so amazing. Amazing.
It's mashed and it's amazing.
But look how pretty. We had champagne, but I love those glasses. Are those so pretty?
Well, I might need to get those.
So you find out Kelly where she got those? And
we should post that also.
I will post the picture. It's champagne flowered.
It is champagne flute.
With the bubbles. It was just so pretty. And they chilled the glasses. They pulled them out and we...
Oh, they did it right.
Yeah.
Do they have children?
Not together, no.
Okay. Do they have children at home?
No.
Okay. See, that's why they could chill them and they would have had pretty things. Their fork didn't get broken.
Yeah.
And now someday. Yeah. Aspire to it.
One day. I'm close. I wonder what it's going to be like when we go to our children's home when they're adult. Oh, I sent Brooklyn this sweet meme and it said...
I can't wait till you move out.
Wow, shoot. Yeah. It said, I can't, it said something like, I can't wait for my 30-year-old daughter to call me when she's on her way home to her family and her kids talking about her day. That made me weepy.
Okay, so the I love you thing, you can't say it enough.
I agree.
I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. You can't say it enough.
Right.
And you need to normalize them saying it back to you. Yes. And that is awesome.
They got it so much, but I say to each other. But Brooklyn and Bailey always say they love each other every time that they love.
I think my boys do.
Yeah.
But on the whole, wait, what did you just talk about? You talked about, calling you. So that's another thing. That is so cool when your kids ask you for advice.
Yes.
So that's another amazing mom moment. And you're like, I remember Jack, his one of the first girls he loved. She broke up with him the day before we went to Ireland.
Oh God.
Which actually sounded like bad timing, and I was pissed at her at the point had that because I'm like, oh my God, now I'm gonna have like 10 days with him in Ireland. It needs to be a mo. It was actually the best because he went to Ireland for 10 days and he was like, what's her name? I don't even know. Yeah, I was out again. Because they're have the attention span of a gnat.
Yeah.
But that night he had made a reservation down here in Old Town to some real fancy restaurant, and he got her like peonies or something, which were super exciting. And they were her favorite flower. Mm-hmm. And he's like, Mom, will you go to dinner with me? Aww. And so I took him to dinner, and I gave him, a little bit of advice. I didn't try to lay it on too thick, but I was just, and I let him kind of be sad and
right.
And those are those times, so what we're telling you is with older kids looking back, these are the things that you have to lock into your memory, write them down in a journal, voice note it, whatever you do. These are the times where you need to make time slow down.
Yeah.
And just recognize how no using that.
True.
So when have your children asked you for advice?
Well, you're like, no. I mean, pretty much no. I just give my unsolicited advice because you've been through this. You've been through. I love the meme that says this is the first time that we've lived. Like, this is the first time I've lived life also. And so the kids are, they give you a run for your money. But with that, we've experienced a lot of the same things that they are going through. So that's why we're like, this is how this feels. And this is why you're feeling this way. Or this is, kind of give them some advice and taking the high road and not getting in the nitty gritty and getting, caught up in drama. Drama is the worst.
Drama is the worst.
So
the girl drama is insane.
Yeah.
Girls are kind of insane.
Yeah.
And I just, it's weird.
Mm-hmm.
It's so weird.
But
we weren't like that. I mean, there's drama, don't get me wrong. Like, there's always drama. There is drama.
Yeah.
But like, we can, like, it's next level crazy now.
Mm-hmm.
But Sam, who is my easy child, who is the most level-headed, easy child, has this ex-girlfriend and her family. And they are insane.
It's just crazy.
I think they are using him as a scapegoat for her not getting to Ivy League.
Mm.
And she's super smart. Yeah. And she's going to be successful. She's going to be like, I'm like, just
leave us alone. She is going to be one of those ones that later on in life, like, stalks into her social media.
Oh my God. I hope not, because I will hire someone. No, I didn't hire someone. But but also I'm like, you've got so much.
Yes.
Like, why are you fixated on Sam, who is awesome?
Yeah.
But like, go live your life. Go that way. Go. Leave us all alone. Okay. So what are some other like highlight moments? Like, you're like, okay,
both of my kids are hard workers, which I appreciate so much. They like, what's really cute? We had a moment with Bailey and he was being real hard on himself. And I'm like, you always have to look at your self-worth for what your value, your worth is. Like, you have to find that within yourself. It's not like you have to have that. It's not,
it's not external. Like, how the value you feel about yourself is not an external thing that the world tells you whether or not you're valuable.
You have to feel that, and you have to have the motivation and the drive and everything to do the day-to-day stuff. Mm-hmm. And so he was having a really hard time, and we had both had tears. And I said, look, this is who you are. So I write he always sends us pictures of like, compliments he gets from either guests in his job or the managers. And he even got one great one for his general manager of the whole resort he works at. And I'm like, this is who you are. This is what people see. So teenagers suck anyway, but you have to know that the way people see you is who you really are. And everybody has those struggles. You just have to work your way through it, whether it's journaling or a therapist or whatever it is.
No, but it is so great when other people are like, and I've had that happen where people are like, everyone loves Job, or, oh my God, Sam's so amazing. And he's always the one that's helping. And he's always the one that's, pitching in or cleaning up. Like, yes. I remember when he was in football, they would always bring in food before the football games. Mm-hmm. And the kids would be like locusts, right? Yeah. And they're just like, eating everything. And I had one mom and she was like, Sam, every time we eat, he is the only kid that goes through and cleans up, helps the moms clean up. And I was like,
that's so sweet.
That's when you're like, oh, he's listening to me. Yeah. He's watching me. He's like, he has empathy. It's amazing. So yeah, the job thing, I don't care how much money you have. Mm-hmm. I do not care how much money you have. Your kid needs to get a job. Mm-hmm. And it's not about if you have so much money and it doesn't matter. It's about teaching your child the value of hard work.
And standing up and paying for their own thing.
And the value of $1.
Yes.
Because when they start bringing those paychecks home and they're like, let's fuck up.
Yeah. It's so funny. I love this so much. Brooklyn's like, I have to work 3 hours to cover this expense or 2 hours to cover
this. But that is the thing where you're like, yes, you do. Yeah. So that now you get, when you ask me for $200 for a pair of jeans or whatever else, you at least have some baseline knowledge of what you're asking me for,
right? That's exactly it.
So I don't care how much you can, I mean, neither of my kids probably had to work, but I'm like, you need to know the value of a dollar. And there's no better way to teach them.
100%.
And to like work on a team and what it's like to have to show up. So
It's true.
anyway, so I love that. Okay. The other thing I really love is those like silly little like Mother's Day cards or like stuff they made for you in school.
Those are my favorite. I actually went through, I was looking for something and I came across a bunch of those and it was so cute. And then there was one, it was it was probably made out of popsicle sticks, a frame with a mirror in it. And then over the top it said Mom Goals. And it was a mirror. How cute is that? Anyway,
And even if and so when you're in that moment and you're like, this is like so lame or whatever, like, I made it with a lot of those though. It's still like, there's this poem Sam wrote for me and definitely they had like probably phrases you had to put together or whatever. But like, I had like one of the lines was like, you're the best cook ever. You make the best peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I was like, I do. But those things, I still have them. And I still like take them out every once in a while. I'm like, because it's like that's when you used to love me.
yes,
And when your children are little, they are in love with you.
they are.
They love you.
One of my favorite, I have a friend videoed this, but Brooklyn had was in like cheer, like Boys and Girls Club or something, a dance thing. And so she had this cheer dance that she would do. And I loved it so much. It was my favorite. So I started doing it when she would do it. And so one of my friends were, you like, Leslie doing it? I know, right? It was before TikTok. Actually,
You should post that on TikTok.
you know what they had? It was called, back then it was Musical.ly before Fast, but it was. They're really good all to their little videos and stuff.
That was kind of the precursor for TikTok.
It was. And then, but anyway, it's so adorable. I love it. And I still, every time I hear the song, I think of her. It's not Miley Ray Cyrus song.
Wrecking Ball? Miley Cyrus?
No, it was,
In the USA.
yes.
Party in USA.
Yeah.
So I would just say, don't look down on like the school things that they bring home and you're like, yeah, they had to do that or whatever. Like that's when they were able to like focus and really channel how they felt about you.
Well, and think of how excited they are to create this gift for you as well.
So sweet. It is so sweet. I have all of those.
Yeah.
I need to find that poem that Sam wrote for me because it was like,
We have in the garage, we have a bin dedicated to the artwork. So during, like when they would bring artwork home, we would throw it into a bin. And so we finally went through the bin and we got rid of the stuff. And then we have our favorites and we need to take pictures and I want to make an art book, like a coffee table book.
yeah, that's the thing you do.
I think that would be fun.
Okay, so artwork projects, things where they're just like, I love you, like those are legitimate and those never get old.
No.
And they last.
Yes.
And when they're teen holes, you need to pull that shit out. Because that's what like, you're like, if they did love me. Okay, you know the other thing I did?
What?
That I loved and was like one of my favorite things, and parents everywhere are going to like lose their minds when I say this. But because I've worked.
Yes.
I've worked all during the day. They were in an after school camp. So I had like itty bitty bits of time with them and they were so precious. And I am an early sleeper and an early riser. So I loved falling asleep in bed. They would fall asleep in bed with me. And then my ex would carry them into their bedroom.
Yes.
And my boys admittedly were super good sleepers. So they slept through that. But I will say, like, I know you probably shouldn't sleep with your children and it's like sleep training, blah, blah, and God habit.
But you have to do what you have to do to survive, honestly, because both of my kids were not great sleepers. And I will tell you, like, I remember after 2 weeks with Brooklyn, she would wake up every 2 hours around the clock. I was feeding her. After 2 weeks, I started crying. I was like, I am exhausted. My mom's like, just put her in your bed with you. So I learned how to nurse laying down. I didn't know how to do that before. So I figured that out and I put her in the bassinet. And then finally, when she was like, what? She just lived with us in our bed, But it was fine. Like, it worked. And then we finally had to bribe her with a gift to get her out of our bed. At like 5 years old.
Well, and that's like, okay, so you have like, that's the trade-off. But I really love it. And it's so funny you bring up nursing. And look, and I am like, I understand there are women who like, you just can't breastfeed, the baby doesn't latch.
Yeah.
Our friend Erin, had a mastectomy, double mastectomy. She was diagnosed with cancer at 8 months pregnant with her first child and had to have a mastectomy. So there was no breastfeeding.
Yeah.
My niece wasn't able to, she had done mastectomy before she breastfed. And just so she couldn't breastfeed. Anyway, and so I hate to say this, but I loved breastfeeding.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was insane because it was like this, it was this thing that like only I could do for him, right? And I always felt it was like my ace in the hole.
Yeah.
Like you're melting down or on a plane, you're losing your mind. Like as soon as we are breastfeeding, like there's nothing else in the world. And that was, and I didn't think I was gonna like it. And believe me, in the beginning, I did not like it. It's hard. Well, because it hurt. Literally.
Yes.
Literally. That is why so my primary care doctor, she's still one of my favorite people in the world because I started when I was breastfeeding. My second was Sam.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Sam's my second. I'm breastfeeding. We're like one day home from the hospital. It's like 3 a.m. I breastfeed him. I burp him. He spits out blood.
What?
I lose my mind. Yeah. Screaming at my ex. I'm like, you gotta use their blood. Get the car. And he's like, call Dr. Lau. He's my doctor. Desert Ridge Family Physicians, most amazing practice out there. So I called her at 3 a.m. I can't explain this to anybody, but she picked up the phone.
Oh my gosh.
She picked up the phone. There are tons of other people in your practice.
Right.
You would have seen me get an answering service. She picked up the phone. I am freaking out. She's like one of the only people in the world I trust at that moment. She's like, look at your breast. I'm like, she's like, are you bleeding? I'm like, I am. She's like, he just drank your blood. Because when you breastfeed, like in the beginning, like it's like it's not good. It is not easy. Like, but once you're like, when your nipples toughen up, like I know it's just like awful. It's so painful. But like, anyway, so that was one of my favorite parts of being a mom.
I agree.
And my boys are probably like,
Like exact
mom, that you're even talking about that.
I know.
I have like another extra year of therapy because of you. Thank you.
Yep.
But that was one of my favorites. What was another one of your favorites?
Well, as adult kids, they're not even adult kids. I mean, I guess Brooklyn is an adult kid because she's 20. But, she's been working really hard. So, when she got out of high school, back in our old podcast, you guys know how we had a real tough time with Mean Girls during high school. So she decided to stay home and she went to the community college, which was fantastic for her. That worked for her. Like I don't think that she would have, not that she wouldn't have made it if she went to the 4-year school right away. It's just how she's had such a hard time.
Let's make a plug.
Yeah.
As a parent, that like your kid might not be ready for college.
No.
Go to community college.
Yes.
Your kid might never be ready for college.
Yeah.
Go to the trade school.
Yes.
Your kid might never be ready for college. If they want to go abroad and teach English for like a couple of years or whatever it is,
you have to know your children's temperaments. And when they're younger, like for instance, Bailey, we could have put Bailey into school a year earlier, but Bailey was not mature enough. And I knew he wasn't mature enough to handle it. So I said, no, we're going to wait and let him go through his drill. Nope. We said no. And then same thing for Brooklyn. She was not ready for that at her time in life, but now she is.
And here's the good thing about being older parents now. We can tell you younger parents, whatever it is that you think your kids are supposed to be doing, just throw it out. Just get rid of it. Just hide it. And you have to be mama bear. It's safeguarding. It's like, what is it that my kid needs?
Yes.
Now, and that doesn't mean like let your kid do stupid stuff and not get no consequences or whatever. But like, if your kid is super handy and hates school, like why would you torture them by saying like, you go to college or like, now, if your kid is just like, I'm going to be the next Bill Gates, like, no, you're not. You're going to go to college. Like, you get, like, and prove me wrong, right? Like, invent the equivalent of today's computer, right? But like, you have to know your child. You have to know when to push them, but also when to get behind them and push them from behind and support them.
Yeah, that's exactly how.
Have their back. And I always tell my kids that is something they've never told me, but I always, since the early age, I'm like, I have your back. I have your back.
Yes.
Because I do.
Yes.
I have my kids' back.
Yeah.
I will cut someone for that.
I know you would. You would. And then you cut them for getting you a doll.
Come on. You're risking all of this.
I know.
But yeah, so letting Brooklyn go to community college.
Yes, starting out there. So she just got accepted to the university. She's going to be transferring in the fall.
And she got a scholarship.
She did.
An academic scholarship.
And she's super excited. She wants to be an architect.
Since I was ready.
And she is super ready. She said the other day.
But she wasn't 2 years.
No, she was not at all. So now she's ready to be on her own. And so she even asked, she's like, I need you to teach me how to cook these recipes because I want to cook them when I'm away. Is that so amazing?
Okay, so when I was in Nashville, I met my boyfriend's friends, and oh my God, I love them all. Like I was like, I want to put you all in my pocket. There was actually one couple that kept going out at night that I was like, oh my God, I wish Kathleen were here. Because they were like, take me. No, I'll come. And I was just like, I want to go to bed because I don't get to see Jonathan that much. So I'm like, I want to spend time just with him. I know that's like awful, but anyway, or awful, when you're out with a group. Anyway, all the friends were great. Well, one of the friends we met had just moved there.
Oh.
From Boston, he and his wife, and he's a super good cook. And that's what his kids asked him for. Aww. They asked him to put all of his recipes in a book.
See, I did that for Christmas for Brooklyn, my home there. She asked for a recipe book, and so I put it all down.
That's kind of like giving advice to your kids.
Yes, it really is.
And so when your kids ask you they asked you for cooking advice.
Yeah.
My kids did not ask me for cooking advice.
So, and I have my grandmother's recipe book. My gosh, it's from the 70s. It's terrible.
Oh. Is it get the lard out?
Jello, everything.
Was it Midwest? Because I feel just Midwest, a lot of Jello.
Yes.
I'm not gonna
But it was really cute. One of the financial advisors in our office, he brought in all of his mom's cookbooks. And he's like, here, I know you love to cook, so here we go. So I share them with the office.
I still have one.
I know. So I
want to give that to my parents.
That's so sweet.
Because it's called Democrats Can Cook.
I love it. But what I did is I shared them with everybody. She even had clippings I shared. Then I took the rest of it and I donated it to the library because I'm like, here's some books. I don't know if you can on the shelf or whatever.
Those were pretty amazing. Those were pretty epic.
Yeah.
Okay, so one of the other things that I think are amazing as parents and looking back, and I wish I'd done a better job of commemorating and being in the moment and not just trying to kind of brush through, anything to do with a graduation. Preschool, kindergarten. And I remember when we'd have kindergarten, I was like, this is some bullshit. I get to take off work.
Yeah.
I had to go to preschool graduation.
By the way, that was the best part about COVID, being able to do parent-teacher conference via Zoom and not have to leave, pack up your office, drive 15 minutes in the school, wait, to have a 5-minute meeting.
Oh, that's going to be my mom hack. I'm going to give my mom hack for those Zoom meetings.
Oh, yeah.
Because that was a good one. That was a good one. I will put a pin in that, everybody, listeners. But graduations, take the time off, embrace it, because it's not it's still a big deal.
It is a huge deal. One of my friends just sent me a message this morning. She's like, I'm really feeling emotional. My oldest is graduating. You have to sit with those feelings. We went through this a couple years ago. I get it.
And
very emotional.
They're graduations for a reason. Even though it may be preschool and you're like, this is silly, but it's not. It's a ritual. It's a point in time where society is stop running, stop rushing, right? Stop just trying to push through. Take a minute and look at how cool this is.
Well, that's the hard part about life is that we're going at 100 miles an hour all the time.
If you're a working mom, you don't have any time.
It's zero. And so I remember we came back in Daryl's family reunion always fell the weekend before school started. So I'd have to get everything ready the week before we went up to Idaho. And
you're this is a lot.
Yeah. And then so I didn't even realize it was Brooklyn's first day of pre-K. And we're walking up to the school and I immediately just start crying. And I'm like, why don't I let myself feel those feelings and sit with it and prepare myself instead of it being 100 miles an hour and then, here's your feelings. And then you go back to 100 miles an hour. But it's just so much. It's exhausting. And you're just like, why?
No, you don't. Yeah, don't you do that. Don't give yourself some time to think and be in the moment, journal, how are you really feeling? Because I would just try to sidestep everything.
Yeah.
Right. I would push it down. I put in a box. I put it on a shelf. I would, the boys' first day of any school, I had my ex take them because I was like, I am not doing that. Yeah. I took them also. I'm opting out because then you IBMS. Like I just, but don't do that. That's dumb.
No, you really have to, like, this is why we have the podcast. We talk about, our exciting moments, the hard parts, it's just, again, it's like giving advice to your younger selves.
Yeah. Takes by me a bottle of boo. Woo! Hi. There's yours microphone.
Yep.
Okay. Are there any other special moments you can think of?
Well, here's another one. Kids' sports events, when they go to the championships and all this stuff. So, Bailey was playing hockey.
And I know there are people out there who have done what we have done, which is you're praying your child's team loses. Don't do that.
No.
Don't do that.
It's so
be in the moment.
It is, because it's going to be gone. It is.
You're going to be, yes.
I had a friend
getting drunk in South Scottsdale in a podcast room, wishing you would take in a minute.
Yes, it's very true.
You're welcome.
We had, so it was my girls trip, my 50-year-old girls trip with my best friends from we were best friends since 13 years old, and we went to Vegas. And of course, the kids made the championships. And of course, the playoffs are going to be that day, that weekend that we were there. So the first day, Dale's giving me play-by-play, so I'm hearing the whole thing. And then they live streamed the actual game. So they were all at the pool drinking their mimosas, and I am in. I was watching, I was yelling at the thing, and these people were walking by. They're like, who cares? I'm like, oh my gosh, it's hockey championship. So people are watching the game with me, And then they, sad, they lost at the last second. And we beat this team every single time. So I was not prepared for that. Oh, I started sobbing. I had to go take a nap. I put myself down for a nap because I was a mess. Because you're so invested in, you should be. You should be. I was texting the moms, and they're like, we're crying too. And I'm like, this is terrible. And so I told my girlfriends, I'm like, sorry, I need a minute. I'm going to go take a nap.
But it's fine. But it's good to be and that is and as awful as sports can be, especially when there's tournament weekends. And yeah, it's it's 4th of July. It's Memorial. I had
Snap mom.
Oh, yeah. I was not a good snap mom. You know what? Here's the thing. Do your best as being snap mom. Just do your best.
Exactly.
Just show,
that's all.
Bring something.
Just
bring something.
Cuties.
And you know what? Bag of cuties and donuts.
Yes.
And you're going to have some bitchy mom who's like, my kid's gluten-free and and you're just so and then you just pretend she doesn't exist and then you move on.
There you go.
That's my advice.
Usually they bring their own snacks for their kids. So.
Yeah. Sometimes. Yes. Okay. So any other things that made you just those moments where you're we're proud of our children. We're proud of our children and they're awesome. And us is and it's awesome being a parent.
It is. I think now, now we actually get to look back and see our effort coming to fruition. Really is when it's about.
Yeah. I'm actually, and so Sam just graduated last week, and I cried when the choir sang Unwritten by Natasha Bedingfield or whatever, Bedingfeld. Yeah. And then the Star Spangled Banner. And I cried. And then it's pull yourself together. But it was, what I thought about at that graduation? I thought, here he is. He's got so in the program, they have everyone's names, but then kids who I don't know about National Honor Society or IB program or I don't know, President's Challenge or Principal's Challenge, whatever, got these little symbols next to their name.
Can I tell you something really fast? Yeah. So we had a senior page paper that went out the end, and your books you get notorieties. And I got most likely to appear on 90210.
Did you? Yeah. Oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah, there was a time also when I was my sophomore year, I got cutest smile, I had braces, but no, I looked like a freaking grandma. I'm wearing a button-up white shirt with a brooch. Who the hell was I?
You still don't show any boobs.
No. Well, yeah, today
I was Dave, that's not even.
Yeah.
That's baby boobs. That's not.
It makes those Sam's in the program announcement. They had like
Oh yeah, so Sam is my super smart kid, and he's got all these like little symbols after his name, and I was like, I'm so proud of him.
Yeah.
But I'm like, you know what? Every single parent who's here, like, even if your kid has not a single lick of anything after their name, I see you.
Yeah.
I know how hard it was to get them to this point.
Yeah.
So like, I guess the best, like, as much as we love our children, you need to throw out every expectation of like, your kid needs to rise to a certain level. And that's what, like, this girl who's got this thing with Sam and her family, and they keep, I'm like, it's because they have all these expectations of who she's supposed to be. And then she has all these expectations of who she's supposed to be. And I'm like, you know what? I just want to take her and look her in the eyes and say, you are enough. You are enough.
It's probably why she's having these outbursts, because she's like being confined to this certain
like standard where you're like, you got to check this box and that box and this box. And I am like, you know what? Stop.
right.
This girl's enough.
Yeah.
And all those kids who got to graduation and had none of the little symbols, because I don't even know if Jack had any symbol. I think he had one or two, whatever. It doesn't matter.
I don't know. Boy, my kids had some.
No, it doesn't. Like, but if you have gotten your child across the finish line of high school,
You did your job.
and they accomplished something, like that is a lot.
Huge. And miles out.
It's enough.
It is enough. Let it be enough. You have to look at your kids and know what they are capable of and support them to that level.
Absolutely. And not just support them. Support them. Have their back.
Yes.
But celebrate them.
Yes.
Like, that's enough. That was hard.
Yeah.
My friend's child, he was, so, you know, we were all like friends and young couples in this neighborhood. And then we all like, you know, started having kids, and, you know, all our kids started hitting these milestones. Well, Jake was 18 months old, and he had got a brain tumor.
Man.
And he wasn't supposed to live. And he just graduated this year, and like in a wheelchair, like he's nonverbal for the most part, but he like got off the stage, and I am like watching the video, just tears, sobbing, I'll be crying. I'm like, that is a goddamn miracle, right? So like, just whatever your kid is at, like, just, I hope everyone feels like their kid is a goddamn miracle.
Yeah.
Because they are.
They are. Absolutely.
They are. Yeah. So, and even if they go through hard times, like, that's just part
It's just
of
a flip in time. Like, this is what when I was getting ready to have the baby, my doctor said, how are you feeling about going into labor? My doctor was amazing, by the way. He's retired. And he was like, I just want you to know, this is going to be a blip in time. You're going to feel like this is like, it's never going to end. It's excruciating, like all this stuff. And mind you, like, I did an epidural. I am not one of those women that's like, you know, the second time it's
no, because you know why? You don't get more prize money.
No,
you don't get a big gold medal if you don't do, like, if you do it naturally.
Yeah.
Like, who said it's better to get a root canal without Novocaine?
I don't know. Yeah.
Or laughing gas?
It just was
nobody. As women, they're like, oh yeah, you should probably do that with nothing.
Like, no.
Fuck you.
By the way, so the second time with Bailey, it wasn't even taking. It was not taking. I was only on half of.
Oh no, it didn't. It didn't work the second time for me either.
It was terrible. So
but it went real fast. So much.
That's exactly it. So that we finally just got it to work. And then she goes, you're having a contraction. Can you feel? I'm like, oh, thank God. No, my doctor walks in. He goes, let's have a baby.
Do you know, I had a friend with me, and she's looking, and she'd been with me for the first. So she looks at me and she's like, something is not right. And I'm like, and so it turns out when I'm in excruciating pain, I just get really quiet.
Oh.
But I was like sheet white. And I was like not talking at all. And she's like, uh-oh. So she went and the nurse was like, no, she's barely dilated. We just gave her the epidural, whatever. And my friend's mom is a nurse. And she was like, no, you need to get in here right now. And she advocated for me because my ex was having a sandwich in the cafeteria, like perfect. And this nurse came in and she's like, oh my God. Like, I was having a baby.
Yes.
And the epidural hadn't taken, and I was in excruciating pain. But in my mind, I was telling myself, I'm like, oh, I had the epidural, So I should be fine. Like, it's just, when you're in that much pain, your brain,
It's terrible.
your brain is like, it's wacky. So anyway, I had the baby quick. So there you go. Anyway, so the point is, as terrible as all that was,
Yeah.
and it was terrible. It doesn't matter because there are all these amazing times having your children. And that's what you need. That's what we want to celebrate.
Yes.
That's right. Let's do cheers. Like, cheers to our children.
Yes.
And I think ultimately too, like, our children, and look, if you don't have children, you are also an awesome person. Okay. I mean, a lot of friends who've done children.
Yeah.
But my children have taught me so much and have deepened me as a person so much. And that is, that's irreplaceable.
Yes.
Right? You can.
No?
And they suck sometimes, but
Yes.
they are also amazing. So, okay. Anything else you want to add?
No, I think that's it.
Okay. So you already gave your mom hack.
I did. Trip insurance. Get it.
Trip insurance. God, I feel like I have a million.
I thought you already gave a mom hack. Was it her? I think so. Hey, rewind, people.
That's right. Listen to it again. You may have missed it. Okay. So what was your one good thing?
Turning 50 and the celebration. All of the celebration has been so much fun. So I appreciate it. I walked into the office after being at a work trip, coming in, and my whole office is just decorated. It was so pretty.
And we got you a Costco cake, which is your favorite.
I love Costco.
And we got Kodo sushi, which is also your favorite.
Sushi. Yes.
So Emily too was like, because
Yes.
it's actually 9 days. I turned 51.
Yep.
She's like, what do you want? What do you want? Sweet treats and whatever. And I'm like, just get me a nothing but cake.
Yeah.
Birthday cake flavor and Kodo sushi.
There you go.
It's my favorite. I love Kodo.
I love it. I love Coda too. Do you want me to email her what you like?
Yeah, can you do that? Because I don't even know what I like. I might this later. Can you please just order what we like to eat?
Exactly.
You can never leave me.
No.
Ever as a friend, I wouldn't know what to order. Yeah, for sushi. I'd be so sad.
They don't.
So my one good thing is Sam graduating, because it has been an absolute slog through the end. It is an absolutely horrendous. And he's my easy child, right? And he just, for whatever reason, I don't know if it's a divorce, I don't know, whatever it was, like, it has been,
It's just teen years.
it has been just awful. Like, to the point where I called my parents.
Ooh, I know.
And my parents come down.
No, tomorrow.
The best is my mother's like, Sam, everything that you've told us is related to your present and your past. But what you really need to focus on is your future. And then my dad's like, Sam, you can't go on that trip. That girl's going to cut your balls off.
That's so
I was like,
oh, you're like,
there's that.
I love her. Both things can be true. Yes. And I should say, really, what my one good thing is, I know it's my birthday, but my daughter getting, a kind cheers at it, getting into the U of A
And getting a scholarship.
so excited.
I mean, she got like she got either, I think it was like 3/4 of her tuition paid for. That's meaningful.
It is very meaningful. So yeah, I'm happy for her. I'm just so excited to see her flourish and kind of go from there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still would say that is the coolest thing about being a parent, is when you go through all of this stuff and you're like, oh my God, what is happening? And is this worth it? And then you see your children actually like coming into their own and having their own interests, and like, what are the things that excite them? And they are still going to make mistakes and they're still going to screw up, but you're like, but that's okay, because we did too. Like, fail forward, do the next thing, but when you see them stepping into who they want to be as people, you're like, yes. But you're like, well, that's what it's about. So anyway, I just had 2 like champagne burps and I'm going to pick that up.
I didn't hear that.
Okay. Anyway, sorry. So anyway, thank you for listening. We love you guys. We love you. And I love you, Kathleen. I love you too. Happy birthday. And cheers. Preston. Love you. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.